Big guest in the building, man. And before we actually, hit record on this interview, we were talking about like, hey, we actually have like, a long-standing history. We're just actually like making sure that this is now coming full circle today.
You was there from jump, my boy.
From the jump, ladies and gentlemen. Boz is in the building right now, and it's got to happen, like like every now and then. How many times do you got to correct somebody when they say your name? Because sometimes people go, "Yo, is it Bass? Is it Boz?
Yeah.
Is it?"
You know what? It's like my birth name is Abbas. That's like the name my mother gave me. So I was used to that before, before even this. You feel me? So I don't trip on it. I will say it happens. It happens less and less. So I must be doing something right.
We were actually in a music video together, and the crazy story about that was that I didn't even know you guys were shooting a music video that particular night. It was when J. Cole was performing at Hayes. He brought the whole entire Dreamville crew out. I remember y'all was thick. I mean, y'all was posseed up. You know what I mean? And he just started his Vegas residency, and I remember that there were cameras around. But little did I know that you guys had this like video, like, and it was literally like what did you say? Like that was like literally like everything from the jump, right? Like,
that was the
like
genesis.
The first
that was
thing,
the beginning.
Right?
That was the beginning. I had the song lit on my second mixtape, Quarter Water Raised Me Volume 2, and we were down there. And I think honestly the video crew was there on behalf of like Columbia Records, where Cole was at the time, and they were there to just shoot like lifestyle stuff for Cole. And he was like, "Man, let's just shoot like a guerrilla style, just music video." So we was running around. We grabbed some girls out the pool. Like it wasn't like no casting or nothing.
Nah,
it was just us,
I mean, I was in it. I didn't even know, like, until my friends started hitting me. You know what I'm saying? They were like, "Yo,
I'm glad
bro,
you ain't hit us with like a cease and desist." I don't know if we got you
man, it's family. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was standing next to you, and that was when I started learning about you and everything. Like for instance, you were the first signee to Dreamville, the first, number one, numero uno, nobody before you, other than Cole, obviously. What was that moment when Cole was like, "All right, come on, let's go"? Like, can you recall that moment as well?
Yeah. So I mean, when I got cool with Cole, I wasn't even rapping yet. I had never wrote a bar in my life. He was the homie. I grew up in Queens. He came to St. John's for his undergrads. Ended up linking with my brother Ebe, who now manages him and co-founded Dreamville. So we we should just hoop together. Hit local parties, things of that nature, and you know how it is with your siblings. Like your brother's boys are your boys, and we just got tight like that. And then when he told us he raps, you just hand to hand in his mixtapes, just around Queens, around New York, things like that. Just back when CDs was the wave, and then
Canal Street was popping.
Canal Street is still
like if you had a mixtape popping on Canal, man, like that was it. That was the flag that said you were doing something.
There's like a few hubs in the city where the mixtapes was getting off, but yeah, then when I took a liking to it, when the passion hit me and I just started working on my craft on a daily basis, he was one of those people that was just giving me, good constructive feedback. And I remember him telling me like, "Yo, I can't wait to see where you're going to be in like 2 to 3 years as you keep developing." And, literally like 3 years later, he hit me like, "Yo, I'm about to do this deal with Interscope. I want you to be the first artist." So, it was family. It was family from jump.
That's dope. That's real dope. I mean, working with Cole's got to be amazing. We obviously know he's a genius in the studio, but like, what's the number one thing that you've learned, like being on the squad, that you apply to your career from working with Cole?
Wow. Number one thing. I mean, honestly, just how driven he is at his level of success. Like that'll almost make you feel lazy to see him going that hard. Somebody who has it all, just working that hard. I think that's what I take the most. Even just going down and doing these off-season sessions with him, finishing up that album it was very inspiring for me. Because I had mostly been, working alone, like most of us have been throughout the pandemic, or doing remote sessions where you're sending stuff back and forth. But just getting back in with him and just tapping into how focused he was every single day, how disciplined he was. It just makes you, it makes you want to do more.
Absolutely. I mean, and the guy's playing basketball. like across the world, releasing albums and stuff like that simultaneously. Is like, I mean, no, I agree with you. It's
Crazy.
like, yo, like you look at Cole and you're like, all right, I think I got some work to do. If he's that busy and still got
Yeah, yeah,
time,
yeah.
I could be. I still got time. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now for people that are just getting introduced to you, that's watching this interview right now, you've been doing this for quite a long time, though. I mean, you've been selling out tours for a minute
Yeah, yeah,
on your
yeah.
own
Yeah, I've
around the
done like
world. Like, how
three
long has it
headlining.
been?
So I think the first person I went out and performed with outside of Cole was Ab-Soul. Shout out Ab-Soul and
Absol,
Cole
what up?
TD. I learned a lot on that tour. We did 52 shows in 56 nights. It was probably the realest tour I ever did. Had a whole lot of fun with them. But yeah, man, I've been pretty much touring since like 2013, 2014. And I was blessed to
Long
build a,
time.
yeah, but that's my favorite thing to do, man. And I think people forget, like, you gotta build your tour brand. It's very important to go to these markets. It might be 100 people the first time, 300 the second, and 1,200 the third, or whatever the case may be. But I love seeing that growth every time we go to a market. My last album, I got to do my first tour of Africa, headlining. I got to
That's
headline my
dope.
first Australian tour. So it's still like, new places I want to go, and new places I'm trying to just spread some good energy.
That's dope, man. That's dope to hear, man. I mean, you've had numerous releases. You know what I mean? Like putting out an album is not a new thing for you, but I want to say like your past releases, like are records that helped you build, the foundation to who Boz the artist is today. What would you say is the biggest difference of Boz back then versus the Boz we see today?
I think it's all about where I lay my intentions and what I'm attempting to accomplish. Like, I've always, obviously, I'm driven by making those albums that you mentioned, and putting cohesive bodies of work together, and building that platform where they want to see me perform for an hour. They're not just coming for the single; they're coming for the body of work. And that's something I've had my whole career. But when I was looking
That's
at this
dope though,
go round,
man. That's an
yeah,
amazing way to look at things too. Like, I think a lot of artists, like, that I mean that's why we have one hit wonders, because they concentrate on that one record, but not the body of work. You know what I mean? So
right. And I think my intention this time was like, okay, how do I now kind of take this, my artistic integrity, and the fun part, the puzzle of it is like, because I told myself, like, I want to make bigger records. I want, like, that's something that I want to have under my belt, something I want to have in my catalog when I'm doing these shows, these festivals, things that, people not outside of my core can know and love and sing. And that's kind of what we did with the Jackie. It was very intentional. Like, to me, like, we brought Lil TJ into our world. Like, it's a Dreamville song,
real
it's a
dope.
Dreamville sound.
Yeah.
Right. It's like it's us being us. But here we are, we're putting Lil TJ was one of the hottest young artists in New York, if not the whole game, really. And putting like a fun little summer vibe together, and just seeing the way it's taken off it's been real gratifying, because it just reminds you that, anything you do with intention, anything you set your mind to, you know what I mean, you can make it happen.
And then when you say that, and obviously, what we're talking about right now, we're talking about the new single. It's all over the radio, all over the country, especially here on the radio in Los Angeles on Real 92.3. We're talking about the Jackie, the new single with Little TJ, J. Cole. When you say you're on the Jackie, what exactly does that mean for
Yeah.
those that aren't that, even for
It's,
myself?
it's
I don't.
if you're out here, you got to pick your favorite freeway. See, I don't really name y'all freeways here.
Nah, we don't. We
It's
just
just
say, yo, it's
numbers.
the 10, it's the
Yeah,
405.
it's kind of like that. It's the Jackie Robinson Parkway, which takes you from Queens to Brooklyn. It's a little highway. It's a 2-lane highway. It's mad treacherous. It's like a snake road, but there's no lights. You just get on there and go. And we call it the Jackie. Like, if somebody hits you, like, where you at? I'm on the Jackie. I'm on my way. I'll be there in a little bit. So it's kind of me telling the story of growing up in Queens, and in New York, and I'm sure it's the same in LA. You'll go to a little summer barbecue. You'll go to a festival or a club, and you'll meet a girl, and you'll follow up and try and link with her, and she's from like a whole nother part of town,
and you got to take the Jackie there. So
you got to take the
there it
Jackie there,
is.
and you got to show up, and everybody's ice grilling you, and every dude on her block is like, who is this, bro? But that's just summer. That's the summer energy right there.
How was it working with Little TJ? You said that you brought Little TJ into, the Dreamville space, but how was it working with him?
It was dope. I mean, me and Cole did our parts together, and then we sent it to TJ. But the first time
Did you guys know each other before the record, or?
Nah, I met him. We both met him at the video shoot.
Oh wow, okay.
But it was weird. It felt like we did, and now we hella cool. Shout out to TJ. But we just wanted that. We wanted that young New York energy on it, and we thought, especially his cadence and his voice would really complement like just the sonics of the song, which it did. We sent it to him. He sent it back in the day. Slid all over.
Back,
right back.
Obviously, we have another album dropping. I mean, what can we find out about this this new body of work from Boz that's coming out soon, man? And I mean, when is it coming out? Who's on it? Like, what can you tell me?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is premature as far as I wish I could give you more answers. Some things I'm still working on, but I will say
it's all good. It's all good. Hey, it creates appetite right there.
Yeah, but I will say it's a lot of collaborations that you wouldn't expect from me, or even from the Dreamville camp, which kind of excites me. It's more about,
that's dope.
Like we said, like working with someone like TJ is finding artists like that, and almost being an A&R in that regard. How do I want to hear them over something I would do, and that's been the fun part for me.
And that's a rare occasion, man. You know what I mean? To have that much creative control as well. You know what I'm saying? So, with the pandemic still teeter-tottering right now, where it's at today, man, do you plan on touring when this drops?
Yeah,
touring now, or
I have some festival days lined up. I'll be playing Rolling Loud LA. That'll be my next LA show. I'll be out on some dates of the off-season tour with Cole and 21 Savage and Moray. That's gonna be going all fall. So I'll definitely pop out. As far as my own tour, I'll probably obviously wait till after the album drops. But I'm just hoping more importantly that this whole pandemic kind of just doesn't have another crazy surge, which it kind of feels like it's happening now. But hopefully we can keep everybody healthy, keep everyone safe, and then when the time's right, we can get back on the road.
Now, I just got a little bit of time left, man, and this was something that I'm very actually excited to talk to you about, man. You're a big sneakerhead.
Yes, sir.
Like, you are a big sneakerhead, and I've seen that in past interviews with other people and whatnot. What are your top 5 sneakers of all time as of today?
The low SB Dunks is my top sneaker ever.
Okay. I just bought 2 pairs of Dunks actually right before the interview today too.
Yeah,
so, I'm with you there.
3s, like cement 3s, Jordan 3s. That's probably my 2 pair. 3, the Agassiz. I'm a big Agassi fan.
Oh my God, you are the first person ever. Because every time I talk sneakers with somebody, I always gotta tell them like, yo, I'm a big Air Tech Challenge guy.
Yeah, the Air Tech Challenge is so hard.
Bro, I have like the US Opens, the Wimbledons, like I have all them joints. Yo,
the Wimbledons are crazy.
Crazy, man.
The Wimbledons are crazy.
Dog, like seriously, like yeah. Oh my, all right,
yeah.
That's why we family right here, man.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one for me. And then Air Forces, I gotta throw the Air Forces in there because
of course
you'll run through some white Air Forces like socks, damn near. And my 5th, I would say Jordan 1s.
Yeah, classic. Timeless.
Classic.
Timeless,
yeah, that's my top 5.
Are there any pairs that you're looking forward to, like, like later on this year, whether it's like holiday? Obviously, there's always a big, like, Black Friday or Christmas release or something like that. Like, or are there any pairs that you missed out on, like, even before this interview? Like, you're like, damn, I slept on this.
I mean, yeah, you kind of always feel that way. What do I look forward to? Honestly, I really like what Travis is doing. Travis Scott. I feel like all his collabs have been very tasteful and like just dope.
Fragment joints, hot.
Fragments is crazy. I have two pair of his dunks. So I like to see where he's taking. I feel like he's been real creative with all his collabs.
Any pairs you missed out on? Because I mean, being a sneakerhead, man, it's the gift, it's the hobby that keeps on taking, bro. So
You know what it is now, man? Like I grew up in an era where like, we used to get on the train and go down to Soho, go down to Brooklyn to these little like skate shops and
yep.
and get online and wait all morning. And it's different now. Like everything drops online and you can't get it till the resale. You know what I mean? So I don't know if there's anything I really feel like I missed out on because I don't even feel like I have a chance anymore. Like I just got to get it later. You feel me? Like,
oh my, I do. I felt that. Right there,
I'm just on the marketplace like everyone else trying to buy them after the fact. So,
bro, like these dunks that I got today, man, like I had to pay at least like probably like like $250 over like retail because just like you said, it's like yo, you feel like you don't have a chance anymore.
You don't have a chance, yeah. So I don't even feel like I'm missing out. I just know I got to pay a premium.
Hey, you know what though, man? Like, I mean, it's not only the hobby that keeps on taking. Like, yo, like when you have a good pair of sneakers, like, yo, that shit feels right. You know what I mean?
It's like a haircut. It's like a good cut, a little save up.
Like someone asked me the other day, like, yo, man, like you've got all these sneakers and you could probably wear a pair of sneakers every single day of the year. Why is that? I'm like, you know what, man? I don't own a suit, but I own probably like, some fly sneakers and I consider that, my suit. I think, a good pair of sneakers can tell a lot about a person. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And, it's a collector's item.
Yeah. It's wearable art. You know what I mean?
Right.
Is there any pair of sneakers that you don't have that you wish you had? Because there might be somebody listening right now that might want to make that happen.
Yeah. So I was getting on this flight and my bag never made it, and I had some Tokyo Taxi SBs in there, and I ain't been able to find them. So if anybody got those, any of the Tokyo Taxi collection, I'll take it.
Oh
it's
man,
boy.
Yo, that hurts right there.
I had two pairs of Cement 3s in there. I was going to do a festival run in Europe, and the whole bag never made it. I had to do the first show in Birkenstocks off my flight.
Wow.
We went crazy though. Night Train was there.
Okay.
Night Train over there. Yeah. We rocked it in some Birkenstocks.
That's gotta hurt, man. That's gotta hurt for sure.
Yeah,
well,
man.
Yo, man. Let's put that in the universe. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, if there's somebody out there that, I mean, hey, you got an extra pair, like laying around, like, you know what I mean? We might have somebody interested. You know what I'm saying? Yo, before we're out of here, man, let them know where they can reach you. Let them know where they can find you, man. I want to make sure that everybody here understands the Boz movement.
Yep, it's just at Boz, BAS on Twitter, IG, all the social networks, really. It's just BAS. Real simple.
Real simple. And yo, man, hey, you know what I just remembered? I missed you in Vegas the other day. Yeah, we were supposed to link. I was like, man.
Yeah, man, you know how Vegas goes. It's a whirlwind.
Are you going to be out there anytime soon? Vegas. Any festivals or anything? Or
yeah, I'm playing day and night. I'm playing day and night in November.
There he is.
That's a real lineup, man. I'm excited for that. Kendrick is supposed to put on a show. Big fan of K. Dot, so that should be a good weekend.
That's what's up, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Boz in the building. He's got a new single out right now. It's called The Jackie, featuring J. Cole, Little TJ. It is blowing up all over the radio. I mean, yo, you could turn on Real 92.3 and you can hear that record for sure right here on The Basement. All right. Yo, Boz, thank you, my brother. We got a link, man. I know you out here in LA and
yes, sir. I'm back.
Make your way out to Vegas, but we definitely need a link, man, and break some bread. So thank you for being on the show with us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
No doubt. Boz in the building.